How's it going, Internet? It's Axilotl here, back with our third episode of our journey to top 10 here on Showdown. Today I thought we're gonna ladder some more with this account, and as you see here, we dropped a little bit between recordings, and we're at 77 right now here on the ladder, with a rating of 1626. But the team that I thought we're gonna use today is built around M-Aerodactyl. That I've been pretty fond of. I've liked its idea was it's very speedy. That is very speedy, and it has skydrop. That really works well with a belly drum Azumarill. As you see here, this team is very similar to Andersson's M-Aerodactyl team that he showed on his channel. But though I've tested around with a lot of M-Aerodactyl, I've tested with, like, instead of Blaziken, for example, a Bull Corona, as well as for Breloom, a Brazion, and I didn't really feel that they didn't really work. They really like both Blaziken and Breloom like Skydrop from Aerodactyl. But of course the spreads are different, and with that said, we can look for a battle. So we seem to find a battle. It's against a Charizard Y team. Pretty not standard. I mean, it's very similar to the team that actually I've tested myself, that is built around Charizard and Mega Venusaur with Scrafty and Landorus. But his Pokemon is Charizard, Rotom Wash, Landorus, Cresselia, Scrafty, and Sylveon. And I feel that my Aegislash is going to be a very given to take care of his Sylveon as well as Cresselia and possibly his Landorus. Though I think he's going to lead with his Scrafty. I would really predict that because he wants to get to Intimidate and Fake Out. So I think I would like to lead with my Raichu, so I can Fake Out his Scrafty. And also, I think either we could maybe lead with Breloom to take a hit and Spore something, or we could lead with Aerodactyl to go for a Rock Slide on anyone, and Skydrop maybe Scrafty. So I think Raichu Aerodactyl is a very good lead, and I think we need an Aegislash to take care of Cresselia and Sylveon, as the last one is either Breloom or Blaziken that I want to have. Breloom makes me better against Rotom Wash. Blaziken makes me better against Landorus, though I think Breloom is better in this match because of its way to KO Rotom Wash. As he leads with Sylveon and Scrafty, I feel that we're not in the best of positions, but it's still doable to take care of this. I'm thinking of going for the switch out with Raichu and protect with Aerodactyl. Next turn go for Flash Gun onto Sylveon, Skydrop Scrafty. That I think is going to be my play. Because I don't really think we lose anything by that, and I don't think he's going to switch because he has a pretty good advantage right now. As he goes for the Fake Out on Hyper Voice, as I expected. As here I'm just going to go for the easy Flash Cannon, as he's probably going to switch out, but I don't feel that I need to predict that, and go for the KO and Skydrop here onto Scrafty. As he switches in his Landorus, and we Skydrop the Scrafty, as the Flash Cannon does very much damage, more than I actually expected it to do. Here, I would actually guess he would double up into the Aerodactyl when it comes down. So I actually want to attack with Aegislash here, because I think he's going to go for the Rock Slide and possible Drain Punch into Aerodactyl. Because I think he's going to predict me going to King Shield right here. So I'm feeling that I'm not sure if Landorus in range for a Rock Slide, but probably not after -2 with Aerodactyl. So I think the best would just be to go for Shadow Ball and Skydrop this Scrafty, because I don't think he's going to attack this Aegislash, as he does. That was my fault. little bit over prediction by me. As we get, luckily, a crit. A little bit sorry for that, but I must say that we really needed this in this situation right here. Though, I think I'm just going to go into my Breloom, because we need to take care of Sylveon, that's where I'm going to come in. And here we could go for a... I think I'm just going to go for a Spore, and I would like to switch out. But I don't think I really need to. I could just go for a Ice Fang onto this Lander and outspeed and get the KO. As I switch into Charizard. And that Ice Fang does nothing against the freeze. This has been... I've got very lucky this match. As he's probably going to switch in his Landers on one of these slots. Though, I think I would get the KO onto Charizard from here. So, I think I'm just going to go for the safe Bullet Seed onto Sylveon and go for a Rock Slide. If he wants to switch in Landers, by all means, I think you're going to get the KO with 2 Rock Slides. As I will not get the 2-hit KO with Rock Slide. As Bullet Seed I get 3 hits, and here I can just go for the same play and get this KO onto Sylveon. I almost want to go for a Rock Slide because I think it's going to switch into his Charizard again. But I'm not sure if I need to predict that. And because he's probably going to switch out with Sylveon, or because I don't really know what he's going to do with the Sylveon because he doesn't really want it to die. Because I'm going to get the double KO this turn. He probably wants to switch in his Charizard again to get that Intimidate once more. But I'm not sure what he really can do if I go for Bullet Seed and the Ice Fang onto Landers. As he just goes for a Rock Slide, he outspeeds me. I think he must be pretty much max speed to outspeed me actually with his Landers. As he luckily enough gets off a flinch onto Breloom and gets off his Hyper Voice and KOs both of the Pokemon. As here, I think I need to hope that this Charizard is frozen, and I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt here on Sylveon, hope that it gets the KO, as it doesn't. That's very bad, and he kills me. Pretty good match. I got a little bit lucky, and I felt that we didn't really... Because of the Intimidate, we just got lower attacked all the time and we didn't really do the damage to Sylveon. And that flinch mattered pretty much, so we couldn't get the count to Sylveon, as then we would have pretty much won with whatever happened, pretty much. Because I could have KO'd his Charizard with a Rock Slide. But anyway, I feel that his Landers must have been very fast, Scarfed, obviously, and very fast Landers, Tail Speed. Or Aerodactyl. But little bit sad we lost, but we can look for one more. As we meet a Rain team with Kangaskhan, Ludicolo, Politoed, Ferrothorn, Bisharp, and Salamence, probably dual Mega. And I'm a little bit afraid of his Ferrothorn, as I'm almost always. And I think I need to take care of his Rain to win. I'm thinking of leading Raichu Azumarill to just set up a Belly Drum, but I don't really think that helps me against the Rain mode. So I think the best lead for me would be to Raichu Breloom, either Aerodactyl Blaziken, because I think Aerodactyl could get off a Skydrop onto him, or pretty much get up his whole team except his Salamence and get off a Rock Slide on it. And then I could have Blaziken to take care of Ferrothorn and his Bisharp, because I don't feel that Azumarill does that much in this match, because he has 2 grass types. So I think I'm going to go with Aerodactyl and Blaziken, and I'm going to start the timer. Very cool team. I actually have tried myself a Salamence Rain team, because with the team that you saw in the first episode that I first ever made, was with Metagross Rain, but I feel that Metagross is not the best, and I think Salamence overclasses it with the fact that I think that Aegislash pretty much is better than a Metagross, that you don't need to use a Megastone and it does the same damage against the Sylveon and has the same roll. As here he leads with Vice-Sharp and Kangaskhan, I think I'm just gonna go for a Fake Out on the Kangaskhan. I'm afraid that he has Sash, because he would not have it on any of his team except this Vice-Sharp. So I could really see that his Vice-Sharp would be Sash, and then could get off a crucial knockoff onto Raichu or Breloom. I'm not sure if his Kangaskhan would have Fake Out in this matchup, due to he has Ludicolo on his team. So I don't think that Encore Protect is a play. So I could either go double into Vice-Sharp and let Kangaskhan KO someone, but I think just the safest play would be to go for Fake Out onto Kangaskhan and go for a Boar onto Vice-Sharp. And he switched into Ferrothorn. That's not good for us. And he doesn't get affected by Spore, as here I think he will feel that it's pretty obvious that we're gonna double target his Kangaskhan. So I would like to do a switch because of I think it's pretty obvious that I want to Thunderbolt and Mach Punch this Kangaskhan. I don't think we'll let us do that without him going for a possible Sucker Punch onto Raichu. But I think that would be the safest play, because we don't want to really switch in Blaziken or Aerodactyl to take a possible Gyro Ball or a Double Edge. So I think I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt and Mach Punch onto this Kangaskhan. And as it should get the KO, if I'm not wrong, as it nearly misses out, and he's going to KO our Breloom. As he dies by Rico, and he goes for Power Up onto Raichu, as it is a one-shot. As here, we're not at all in the best of positions. His Vice-Sharp is going to be a problem now, as if it is a Sash variant, we're very, very far behind. Though I think his play would be to go for Protect Ironhead if he has Sash, as I would guess that it has. So I'm gonna go pretty much all in here, because we are pretty much behind in this game, so I think we need to do a play to win, as I think he's gonna Protect with his Ferrothorn, and I think if he doesn't, we could hope for the flinch with Rock Slide. As he switches out with his Politoed, or he switched out with his Ferrothorn and switched into Politoed, and we go for a Super onto Vice-Sharp and get the KO. That was a very good turn. I did a good prediction, did not think that he would attack. As here, I could either go for a Skydrop onto Politoed, or Skydrop into Ferrothorn, and take a possible, because I think he's gonna double target Blaziken here. And I could either just go for a Skydrop onto Ferrothorn, Superpower Ferrothorn, to do damage, but then I don't really think I win against this Politoed. I'm not sure what we should do here. Need to go for a flinch on someone and go for Rock Slide to win this match, because Skydrop plus Overheat is, I don't think it actually will KO this Ferrothorn. As I think I'm just gonna go for the Rock Slide and Overheat onto Ferrothorn, and I just need to hope that someone, or he protects with Politoed, and I hope that he gets flinched this turn, as that Ferrothorn is not especially defensive, or at least not with my Spur, because if I'm not wrong, in Rain my Ferrothorn that I use usually can live a Overheat from a Blaziken in the Rain. As here I'm just gonna go for a pretty safe Skydrop and Superpower, because Blaziken is gonna outspeed this Aerodactyl after +2. And then I could just, next turn, the Skydrop will not KO, and then I could Protect with Blaziken and do just a little damage with the next Superpower that's gonna come. As we get off the Skydrop, and it does pretty good damage, as here the Superpower will KO, and I think I'm just best to go for a Skydrop again and get the KO with Superpower here. As it protects, don't really know why, but I think it just wants to see how maybe lucky he can get, as he gets a double protect off, and we just do the same play. Does he get the triple protect? Hype is real. Does he get that? No, he doesn't get the triple protect, or he doesn't even go for it. As we get the KO onto Politoed, and good game. I feel that we had a pretty good match here. I did actually expect his I did expect my Machron's with Thunderbolt and the Kangaskhan to KO, but I guess that he got the KO onto Breloom didn't, in the really long one, really matter, because of that he KO'd his Kangaskhan to get the KO onto Breloom. But I think why it didn't KO onto Kangaskhan was because of the fact that I don't have 252 in special attack with my Raichu, because I want to have a little bit more bulk, even though Raichu usually doesn't even live that few attacks. As you can just take a quick look on at ladder right now, and we can see what ranking we have. I think we should gone down this episode. We need to start winning some matches, but at least we are at 92 place in the ladder. I thought that first match we got a little bit unlucky with that flinch and that he has a very, very speedy Landorus, but I feel that this Aerodactyl team, you didn't really get to see the power that is Belladrum Sumero plus Aerodactyl, because the teams that we met today had pretty good answers to it. But anyway, this has been Axilotl, and Axilotl is signing out.